Shruti Sharma, Ankita Agarwal and Gamini Singla have secured the first, second and third ranks respectively in the civil services examinations. The results were announced by the Union Public Service Commission or UPSC. Ankita Agarwal, who secured the second rank, joins us on the program. Ankita, tell us a little about yourself. Many congratulations, of course, but what did you study before this? How long have you been wanting to join the civil services? Tell us a little about your journey.
So I was born and raised in Kolkata. I did my higher education from St. Stephen's College, Delhi University, where I graduated with a BA honours in economics. I started preparing for the civil services in 2018, and I was offered the Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Central Excise after my first attempt, and currently I'm training for the IRS.
All right. So you have clearly taken the examination before and you know the system already in and out. So, this was your second shot at it. So any tips that you'd like to share with potential aspirants? What do you believe was the key to your success? The number of hours you put in? How did you plan going about it the second time round?
I think I would just say two things. One is one should be really clear about why is it that they want to get into the services. And if one has the motivation, then it helps to stick with the process because it's a long process. It takes at least 2 years. So we should be very clear about why is it that we want to do it such that it can motivate us through the process. Secondly, whatever plan one chooses for themselves, it should be sustainable. My plan was, in terms of macro planning, it was just to study as hard as I could while still giving time to myself, my health and my friends and family. You can say that was the gist of it. So I tried to fit in as many hours of study as possible while still putting time for myself, as I said. So that I would not be able to give you a number, but I think depending on the time of the year, it could go from anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. Secondly, I put a lot of focus on making my own notes. I prepared my notes on my computer so that they were easily editable, easier to organize. So digitally, that really helps. That is something that I did. Made my notes on my computer. Made sure that my notes were my own. I studied sources, but I translated it in my own language, put it in my own words, which makes it very easy to revise.
Right.
Yes, I think I also I chose an optional subject,
Yes.
Political Science and International Relations, which is new to me, and it kept me interested in the entire process. It helped me sustain the preparation through the years.
So you actually chose a new subject in order to keep yourself interested. That's very interesting to know. But the fact that there have been all the top 3 ranks this year are occupied by women. You're in at number 2. There's Shruti at number 1 and Garima number 3. What do you feel about that? Do you believe women are naturally better at taking examinations? Is this a wonderful new trend that we're going to see where we'll see a lot more women officers coming up? Your thoughts?
So as someone who's been part of this process and as a citizen of this country, it's a matter of great pride and honor to see that the top 3 cases have been backed by women. I can say 2 things here. One is just because 3 women have come in at the top this year, that does not mean women have an extra special quality. It just means that more women are getting the opportunity and we'll see women more frequently at the top than we used to. So, and we'll come to a point when it will stop becoming news. 50% of the times it will be men and 50% of the times it will be women. And secondly, ma'am, I think women often have a lot more desire to prove themselves because society holds them up to certain standards. So maybe that is something that motivates women more.
Well, you've certainly proved yourself, as have the other 2, and more strength and more power to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us and speaking with NDTV.